So, last episode we 100%ed the Sea of Serendipity, and in this episode we are getting mystical. A few things here, as we get into things. I'm basically going to be using this session as a test to see if, like, how well this will go. Whenever I haven't, whenever I don't have things fresh in my mind. Since the last time I played through the entirety of this game was about a year ago. These next several levels aren't as fresh as what they could be. So, yeah, just depending on how well the session goes, I might go ahead and just practice the next few worlds in my own time. A few pros and cons with that. A few of the pros being that there will be less and ahs around levels, and I will just be able to hone into areas. I'll be able to tell hey, there's a thing here, we can just get that. Not to mention with the whole wall jumping thing, I will be able to kind of go, hey, there's a thing here for this specific wall, which I would find interesting. There's going to be less just random wall climbing. I say that and just immediately go climb a wall. Or attempt to. Okay, interesting. But of course, a few cons with practicing. It'll pretty much be like I'm playing the game twice, pretty much back to back, and it's not really the best idea when you think about it. But it would be just better on me to know exactly what I'm doing, or have a fresh idea of what I wanted to do. Trying to think of another con. It's apart from that, there's not much I can think of. Okay, got that. I think most of the cons are just on me, which I guess could affect my commentary, because I could just very well just get burned out on the whole Rayman thing. Nice. But yeah, depending on the session, I will either not practice or just practice ahead of time. I'm thinking if I do practice, I'll do 1 or 2 worlds a day, sort of thing. Although that being said, there's going to be one area of the game that I won't practice if I do feel I need to practice. Only because that area is less based around exploration and more so just, hey, it's a very challenging thing. Here's just a thing for you to do, sort of thing. Oh, right. Very loosely following the movements here. It's kind of expecting the light to show me what to do, but no. had to look on the other guys. I guess the other glow boxes. Does that species have a name? Because it's kind of feel weird just calling them glow boxes. Okay. Yeah, that's it with that. Although I guess only problem with me basing it off this solo, or like this one recording session, is that I'm a bit tipsy. Like, we went out, like I went out for dinner, had a drink then, and then against my better judgment, pretty much, had a nice coffee straight after. Had a bit of nice coffee, and whereas enough time has passed that I would normally start coming down off my high. I guess the high of like I would start getting sober. No, because I had the iced coffee, like a bit of it's like, oh, I'm kind of stuck in that tipsy phase at the moment. And oh, but like, yeah, I think for one of the pictures of Ditto, I ended up, like, the picture of Ditto I used for the Pokemon LP I did recently, I would say that's the mood I'm in at the moment, just like, alright, I could just react to anything, yeah, just by laughing. Could there be something here? Okay. Wait, that's right. So totally, like, I'm totally just expecting the streak of the streak of perfects we've been having so far just to end here in this recording session for one reason or another. Boy, because something I didn't realize until like somewhat recently is that while the format I used for Sonic Unleashed would work, it's just that for PC games it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Like the setup I would need to use is a little bit more difficult, just because of the way I'm recording this. If it was on, like, I don't know, like the Switch or something, then it'll be like infinitely more easier for me to do. So I'm not saying that I don't want to have to use that format, it's just that I would prefer not to, sort of thing. But if I have to, then I have to. It's going to make that, like, little part just that much more annoying. Because, let's just say that I am, technically exporting this footage twice. Since for whatever reason, the raw recordings that my editing, recording system, software gives me, tends to act up. And the only way to fix it I've seen is to just let it render and just export it through the native editing software. And I mean, I would switch over to using the native editing software. It's just that at a glance, it doesn't seem that I'm trying to think of the word to use here. Not really advanced, but like not really at the same level as Final Cut. So it's like, oh, by doing it this way, I would make it easier on me. I would make it easy in just one very specific way, but really, it's not going to be easy in the long term. Like that's sort of where I'm at the moment. Like, I'm trying to think of the thing that it doesn't have. I guess it just goes to show how much I've actually paid attention to the thing itself. Really want to know if you can get that coin, because maybe I need to like. Ooh, okay. Sorry if I derail the episode just a little bit to try and attempt this. Because like, I feel like the way they intend you to get that coin and the looms is to like quickly drop down to its level and then just jump back up, sort of thing. But like, I've seen YouTubers recommend the software that I'm using to record this, but it's just like, yeah, no, not really. Like, I mean, recording-wise, it is a much better product, but in terms of editing, not really. Yeah, I'll get that. I'll attempt that later. So they definitely want me to get out of here beforehand. Can't just do that. I fucked myself over now. Okay, good. We did the thing, and we did it well. Something about my mind just cannot get off the whole topic of the editing software that I'm using as pretty much a recording software. I want to say that I don't need that to get the 350 I need. Fairly sure? But like, it's a fairly sure with like a few question marks. What is up here? Was not expecting you to just be able to walk up that. Of all things. So I suppose in other news, I have started playing Bayonetta, and can kinda say that, I think an all weapons LP of the game is going to be difficult. Like, it's going to be something, and I think that on top of doing it at least like once more, I'm thinking that I might want to have the experience of a hard mode run at least once as a So can I just say that I'm not really a fan of a few things? One of them being is that I don't really like how it really is not catered towards first-time players. Like, just the whole verse thing. Since they will put hidden verses, or like the optional verses, they can be just like normal verses that you just run into by backtracking, or the Alfheim challenges, and those are hard. Just putting that out there. Like, I don't think that many people in the first time will have much luck with them. Although that being said, I guess just from a baseline perspective, like from playing the game for the first time, neither all verses or all weapons seems like a good idea. Like, none of them seem easier than the other. Since all verses, you would have to do all of the verses, including the Alfheim, and that would include a lot of backtracking. But for the all weapons thing, it's like, oh, I have to play through the game like 3 times, collect a grand title, like, pretty much collect the maximum amount of halos I can carry at one point. Although I think that's like in total. Don't think it's like same thing. Is that army coming from the screen or like what? Oh yeah, it is. Totally. Like yeah. Trying to remember where exactly in my point I was like, in my topic I was getting at. Shit. But yeah, it definitely seems interesting, and in my current playthrough, I might see how far I can get into the verses. Maybe. Oh, right, the other things you need to do to obtain all the weapons. Another one is play a grand total of 100 verses. And, that one is going to be, something to figure out, to say the least. Because, like, if I'm starting from a base playthrough, like a fresh file, what exactly do I want to do? Although that being said, I think there's like 15 chapters? And I mean... okay, you can't go down. You can. Okay, cool. I was gonna say I really don't. Although missing it by... no, I think there's at least... or... they should very well be at least 10 more looms. Also, holy shit, the gears have faces! Holy shit, how did I not notice that? Like, yeah, there's that aspect of the whole weapons thing. But I guess despite the whole, rigmarole of the whole weapons thing, I feel like doing all weapons is going to be much more... I mean, again, trying to think of the word and we're fucked here. Much more palatable, since, well, in all weapons, the Alfheim segments aren't necessary, but all versus it is, sort of thing. Not to mention I can like pick and choose what I do, sort of thing. Like, I definitely feel like the most annoying aspect of all weapons is going to be, just making like 2 highlight videos, like pretty much back to back. Also, I guess because there is a little bit of a cheat system, I'm thinking that what I'll do is I won't use them, but I'll say, hey, if you want to have these weapons but don't want to do, or like don't want to go through all this effort, here's how you can do, or here's how you can do that sort of thing. Since like, I kind of wish I looked into that whole thing a little bit more than what I did when I came up with the ideal. Although that being said, it's definitely going to be an interesting ideal sort of thing. So this Electune level is difficult. I would say this is like the first generally hard one. So I suppose let's break the mold a little bit more and do a tricky treasure right now. Why don't we? Also, I think I guess just depending on how long those recording sessions end up being, I might consider releasing a uncut version of those runs, saying, like, kind of going, hey, here's the best parts of those runs, but if you want to see the entirety of it, here's a thing for you to do. Well, here's a thing. Shit. I think like the best way I think I can do that is have those be unlisted videos that are that are in the end slate of that video, sort of thing. Trying to focus. So just casually not even mentioning the main mechanic of this world. Okay. So I wonder, like, if this was going to be... Shit. Oh no, that's the end. If this was going to be its own world or something, because, it's the only time, a tricky treasure doesn't use the, I guess, assets of that world. sort of thing. So I'm thinking that actually, I think that's that's not space. Right, where the fuck is B space? I think that next episode we will continue on in our time with Mystical Peak. Do we have anyone locked? Really don't want to use another Tensei, but we don't really have a choice. You know, I think I will use this one for next episode and onwards. But until then, that has been I'll see you.